Welcome! It's your friendly neighbourhood Badger here, and I'm back with the third speculative starter in my Harvest League build series. This time around, however, things will be a little bit different. I know a lot of you have been waiting for the Spellslinger Necromancer Volatile Dead build, but instead of a full build guide today, I will be recommending you go check out the full details of how this build works with some other great content creators. Before that, however, I will start with explaining how I would go about building such a character. In the new Harvest League, Spellslinger Volatile Dead is looking like one of the most powerful league starters due to not receiving any nerfs, and instead receiving buffs through Glancing Blows on the tree and great recovery from Enduring Cry. Below, you are witnessing an extreme budget version of this build running a T13 map with very low level gems. I built this character in a private league over 4 days and took it all the way to mid-rare tier maps with absolute ease. My variant also plays around with using high health specters to increase your damage through Detonate Dead, which, if you want to know more about this mechanic, you can check out a link in the description below of a deep dive into busting open how corpse explosion damage works. I will pass you over now to Live Badger to explain a little more in depth of this build, why it functions well, and then he will point you in the direction of some very powerful league starting versions of this build. Let's go. And let me do that again. Alright, as I said, I'm going to quickly go over my skill tree options that I would choose for the Volatile Dead Spellslinger build using Necromancer, but as I said, this is definitely not the best way to play it. It's my version of playing it, and it's the version that you would use if you are using some Spectres to be able to get some more corpse life in your Detonate Dead damage. Necromancer is the only way to go for this build. Basically, through Plaguebringer and Corpse Pact, we're getting insane attack and cast speed. We're increasing the life of the corpses we spawn by 50%, and we're chilling and shocking enemies near our corpses, and just good generic damage, and more damage through here, and area of effect, very, very strong. Then coming into Mistress of Sacrifice, this is just going to mean that our Bone Offering is going to be applying to ourselves, giving us really good block, coupled with Glancing Blows and a couple of nodes on the tree. We're going to be full block and spell block capped, which is really, really nice. Then we either choose between Commander of Darkness or Essence Glutton. For budget and league start, Commander of Darkness is a great option, but if you are going into a low life variant, then Essence Glutton is definitely the way to go. It's a very, very good node right there. But this is the life-based budget version that we will go over right now. So for the tree itself, we are just going to quickly whip through it, but I'm going to mainly talk about this node here, this new node called Undertaker and the nodes leading up to it. Undertaker is giving us +2 to maximum number of corpses allowed. Now I'm just going to talk a little bit on this right now, because the way that this build works, it takes Undertaker and uses it for basically its best use, which is full capping our 12 corpses instead of 10 with Desecrate now, using Volatile Dead and Detonate Dead, which together would only detonate 4 corpses, but with Spell Cascade, they detonate 12 corpses. Then having Spell Cascade on our Desecrate, that's 12 corpses. 12 corpses exploding, 12 corpses spawning. That's pretty cool, right? That is perfect calculation right there. And then we are picking up these Corpse Life nodes here just for increased maximum life for our Detonate Dead and Volatile Dead Corpse Explosion damage. That's pretty much it, but if you're not going full into the Spectre variant of your stacking health, you can basically just anoint Undertaker. It's going to be pretty easy to anoint just with 2 indigo and 1 black. And then basically we're just very generically going through some block, getting some fire damage and good life through everywhere. Elemental Overload is a big pickup, so is Anointed Flesh, another new node, right into some life. Picking up Spiritual Aid is another big pickup. Devotion, then coming down we get our Glancing Blows into Sanctuary, into Tireless, straight down through. You can pick up Arsonist if you want. It's not a massive damage buff, but it does a little bit. Then into Unwavering Stance, so we cannot be stunned. Hitting Barbarism, hitting a Dual Socket, hitting Juggernaut, down into Call to Arms for our instant Enduring Cry, then Bloodless, straight into Imbalanced Guard just for more mitigation, and then right into Soul of Steel as well. That is pretty much it of what I have to say with all of this. Now, to finish off, there are a few links down below of build guides that I would recommend that go into this build a little bit more in depth, as well as some leveling tips with all of that as well. Most notably, I will be linking Gucci Parada's build, and I will also be linking Zizaran's build as well for the Necro VD Spellslinger. This is a really, really good build, probably one of the best league starters ever. Okay, not ever, but this league, very much so. I'm going to leave you there. That was a very quick little introduction to this. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Definitely check out if you want more in-depth information about this build itself. As I said, this is how I would build this build, but it's not the best way. Go check out the other content creators as well. You'll be able to see a lot through all of that. If you want to come catch me play Hardcore Solo Self-Found on League Start, definitely come find me at twitch.tv/thisisbadgergaming. And hit that subscribe button if you like this content. Not a full build guide today, but quite enough for you guys to consume nonetheless if you go and check out the other creators. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Badger out.